Hey guys, this is Ryan with My Listing Club. Today I'm going to show you how to properly implement a favicon on your My Listing website. Some might ask what a favicon actually is, and essentially it's short for favorite icon. It can also be known as a bookmark icon or a shortcut icon. It's known by a lot of different terms. If you look here in Chrome browser in this tab I have open for the club website, you'll see this default globe favicon, and that's what Chrome uses if you don't specify a favicon for your website. Looking at this next tab over here to the left, this is the favicon we had prior to doing this video. I have since stripped that out for the purposes of showing you how to do this. The tool we're going to use today to generate our favicons is this Favicon Generator website. It allows us to easily and quickly generate favicons for all popular browsers, platforms, and other favorite technologies, including WordPress, as you see here. All right, before we start this, or you start this, you want to have your favicon image ready to go. And you want that to be in 512 by 512 pixel dimensions. And that's for best quality. Before this video, we created an SVG version of our favicon in those optimal dimensions. So that's what we're going to be using for this tutorial today. To get started with the generation, click on this button here. We're going to browse to our SVG favicon file. Okay, so the generator has provided us with some areas to review here. Looking at the top here, this is the browser Google results pages section. Our icon looks good here. So we're going to move on, nothing else to change there. Looking at the iOS section, we see our icon doesn't look so good here with this black background. We need a little padding, a little margin on the outside here. So we're going to change this to flip that around. I'm not sure why that was stuck on there, but that's what we actually want it to look like. That looks good. So we will leave that. Not sure what this hover state is here. Oh, it looks like when you just hover your mouse over. Okay, so that can be ignored. That looks good. So we'll move on from that. This is all fine. Okay, moving on down. For Android Chrome, this icon looks really good. Nothing in here really, so you can maybe dive into these if you have some more specific things you would like to set. But this all looks good. Scrolling on down into Windows Metro, which these days is Windows 10. Hopefully you're not running Windows 8, but if you are, this also applies. So this doesn't look so good here with this orange background. So we're going to change that to a light purple to go along with our brand. Okay, we could flip this to a silhouette, but that doesn't really show our brand. It just looks like a random arrow. So we're going to switch this back to the original. Okay, flipping through these tabs here, that all looks good. Okay, moving on down to Safari. This definitely does not match our brand in color or the shape again. So we're going to flip this over to a monochrome version. That looks much better. Still don't like the color. So let's go back up here and steal the color we got from this section. And let's apply that here. Okay, that looks much better. So we can roll with that. Everything looks good. All right, so now everything looks good and we are ready to generate our favicons and our HTML code that we will add to the website. This usually takes about 1 to 2 minutes to generate. So I will get back with you in a second when this finishes. Okay, it looks like we are done here. So our next step is to download our Favicon package. This will send a zip file down to your local workstation. You want to browse to that location and extract those files. And here's all of our favicons. Our next step is we need to get those on the server somehow. So you can use your favorite FTP application, or you can use a WordPress plugin like File Manager if you prefer to do it that way. We're going to use FileZilla FTP today. So we're going to pull up our FileZilla app and we're going to refresh our downloads folder. Go to our extracted files, which you can see here on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we're looking at our website folders, our directories, and we want to dump these files on the left into the root of our website. So to do that, we browse to the public folder, and we are now on the root on the right-hand side. We're going to take all of these files and copy them to the root of our website. Okay, that looks good. Now our next step is to tell our website that those files are there, like essentially register those with the website. Okay? To do that, we copy all of this code and we need to drop this into our website so that every post and page knows about it. So we do that in the header section. So at this point, you could do it by hand on every, put it in your theme if you want by hand. I recommend using a plugin like Perf Matters. There's also a plugin, free plugins like Inject Headers and Footers you can use, but highly recommend Perf Matters just because of all the value that it adds in addition to what we're about to do here. So we have all of our HTML copied. We're going to go into our Perf Matters plugin, into the Extras tab. Right here, we're just going to drop all that code into the header section. Save our changes. Okay, now we'll go back to the front end of our website and we will refresh it. There we go, as our favicon has appeared. So now we see that our website is properly registered, our favicon. Let's make sure everything is checking out properly on the generator side. So we're going to run some tests by clicking this button here. Make sure you get the right version of your website URL. So if you're using HTTPS, make sure you put that in. You should be using HTTPS these days. Nobody should be using anything but HTTPS. Okay, let's click on the Check Favicon button here. There we go. We have green across the board, so we are all set. If you ever see that some of these or all of these are red after you've gone through these steps, all you got to do is just clear your browser cache, clear your website cache, and then if you have a CDN like Cloudflare, clear that. Essentially just clear all of your caching out and rerun the test, and they should all come back green. Okay? So hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll get this posted right after this video as far as the written guide that will have this video attached to that as well. All right, thanks guys. Talk to you later.